Welcome. In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to generate a layer package in ArcMap. So I'm going to use some demonstration data, and you can use your own data because the process will be pretty much the same. So I have a county layer in California, and I'm gonna also add another layer. Let's see if I can get the point. Yeah, I'm gonna get the points of the 606 projects, and you can have any GIS layer in shapefile or geodatabase formats. So assuming that's the one that I want. Okay, and I'm not going to do complicated analysis here, and you may have gone through your analysis process. You may have do a lot of overlay, feature calculation, and etc. And eventually you generate your analysis map, and then you also have edited the symbols and and changed the look of the maps, and now you are ready to share your results with your instructor and classmates. So let's say I'm going to just do a little bit of editing with the layer. So I'll just make some simple edits and change. Alright, so a little bit big. Alright, so you can do whatever edit you want. So I have some pink dots which indicates the locations of 606 projects, and I do have a California boundary. So let's say I'm not going to do fancy changes. I just want to show the boundary of each of the counties. Alright, and you can also do labeling and other major changes. Let's say I want to label the name of the counties. Alright, so I do have them labeled, and well, certainly looks like at this scale the dots still seem a little bit big, so I can further change, right? So and then alright, so you're happy with your map, and so you do want to share it with your teammates and your collaborators, and you want to send them a layer package which also contains the data, so that they can just receive your data and open them right away without having to get the data and then trying to link the data to the layers, which usually takes some time. And if you just send them the data, then they were not clear on how you want to read the data or represent the data or interpret the data. So okay, let's say you've done all your editing or your analysis and you're ready to share. So to generate layer package, the first thing you need to do when you have all your layers and their edits ready, you go to right click a layer and then go to properties. This is a very important step, because if you skip this step, then you are likely to have to come back to fill in the description and credit source, right? So I would just put studio description. This layer contains the Western data base and the location of the previous 606 projects. Alright, let's say I give a very simple description, and then you have another layer. You have to do this for all your layers, otherwise you cannot proceed. I think S3 intend to do this to force the data share to provide basic metadata about a layer. Otherwise, you may receive a layer but have no idea about what is it and what is it about, and kind of it makes it difficult to distribute the data to a wider user group or audience. So this one is just county boundaries for California. And well, you can certainly put more there. Credit from, I believe I get it from caldata.org. Forget exact the address, but alright, so I'll put California State GIS for now. I may update it later on with more accurate information. So now you have that edited. Now you can select all the layers to get ready. If you have more layer than 2, then you're gonna have to select all of them, and you can say create, right click them and click on create layer package, and you are still going to provide layer description, right? So again, so even you already provided by individual layers, but you still have to fill out these information. Let's say this package contains 2 layers, so 6 presidents, and right, let's say I'm trying to make it real simple here, right? So you can do a better job. Text is required, right? So county boundaries maybe. Right, 606 presidents, something like that. And you can provide, access and user constraints if you want, or I can skip that, and then you can also add additional files. I appreciate if all of you can generate a like a text file, right? So you can do a simple text notepad, right? So in notepad, and then you can name it, right? You can name it please read me to understand my data. So you provide a little bit of a description and provide what is the major analysis result, and some basic information about the metadata and how to understand your symbols and things like that. And you can save it. I'll just put it on desktop for now, right? You can do a readme and maybe put your name. I'll just put my name, and so that I can tell, because I may get a bunch of readme, so that I can distinguish. Say, right? So of course your readme will be a longer, but in this case I just make it short. So I'm gonna go to my desktop and I'm gonna locate my readme, right? So you could put it in the same folder as the data, or that way you can organize your things a little bit better, because I just created from scratch for this demonstration. So I just put it on desktop. You can analyze first to see if there's any error, any mistake, any issues with the package. If nothing is wrong, then you get a 0 error, 0 warning. Sometimes you got some warning. Warning means that you can still move forward, but better that you address them before you move ahead to share. If you click share, and I believe it should also allow you to Okay, so it already created in a default location. There should be somewhere that you can choose where you save. Let me try again, and right, yeah, there should be somewhere you can. Oh, there's a yeah, I forget that, you can actually. I jump on the layer description first, and then didn't go back to the first item. So if you go back to the first item, you can choose where you want to save, right? So you can obviously I'm gonna use that one, but you can save it to whatever folder you want. In this case, desktop, and you can have other choices such as include enterprise geodatabase instead of referencing the data, package schema only, and well, obviously, I have to refill the item description, and I'm not going to do that. So basically, you have to go from the top to the bottom and make sure that you have everything included, right? So I make a mistake by somehow the item direct me to the item description first, and I forget about layer package. So if you run into that scenario, you can go back and otherwise it will kind of save to a folder that you worked before, and then you have to locate the data that way. So I'm not gonna redo it because I already have one, and I'm gonna just skip that, and I can locate my package file, right? So I know that it got dropped into one of the folders. I'm gonna check, if you don't mind. Forget exactly where did it go, but probably week 8 if I remember wrongly. Yeah, there you go. So I do have it here, and I can move it to my desktop, right? So and I can keep that data. I can send it. It works like a zip file, and if you send it to someone through email or OneDrive or other cloud space, when they download that, they can just double click to open it, and it will automatically launch ArcGIS, and you don't have to open the program first and then click that layer package. Now you can see that I have exactly everything, including the symbols and the colors and the labels and everything. So this way can allow you to preserve your analysis result and share it with your collaborators. And if you go to unzip, you can extract it, and you will have a folder, and actually within that folder you can see that, right? So there are different versions of the 2 layers are there, and then I believe there's somewhere that you can find the readme data. Yeah, I'm here. So if you go to common data, user data, so I can find your readme. So yeah, that's how it works, and I hope that you enjoyed this demonstration.